Good morning, my inspired friends. Today is day 11 of our 30-day challenge. And I just want to talk a little bit about why I would choose something like, how do you teach your horse to lie down? And when I was younger, one of the videos that I saw were pretty abusive in my mind. You would put a rope around the front foot and you'd wrap it around the other side and you pull it up and the horse would buckle and come down. Now, it was never the horse's choice. It was never something the horse signed up on the board and said, I'd like to do that today. That would be so much fun. No, it's usually something we as humans concoct to show people how fantastic we are. Now, yes, I'm a horse instructor, I'm a horse coach, I have taught for over 20 plus 5 years, something like that, who knows, I forget, I'm 66. You know, senior moments do come and go because I have to think back, way back. So when I think about what horses love to do we even contemplate that? I don't know. I try to think about that. I try to think about, well, does my horse love it when I ride him? What if he walks away from the mounting block? What if he doesn't want the saddle on or the bridle on? Oh my gosh, then we need to be dominant. We have to show him who's boss. And it's my right over his right. So teaching a horse to lie down is one of those things. Do you ever see your horse doing it? Is it something they even do out in the pasture or the paddock? And who knows, in a stall, stalls are very small and they might want to roll around, but unless we have video cameras in there, we don't know. So when we talk about choice, we all talk about this today all over the world, freedom to choose. I choose to be this, I choose to be that. Horses don't always have a voice in choosing what things we want to have them participate with us today. So in the 30-day challenge, I'm not putting this as do this every single day. I'm putting it into a 30-day booklet form of saying, can you do these things as 30 challenges? I put it as a 30-day because, I don't know, I have senioritis and I wasn't really thinking clearly back, 12 days ago going, well, 30 days is kind of silly because Minnesota is having one snowstorm after another, ice and rain, and I think the rest of the country has had its share of tornadoes and things. So hard to do things with your horses where weather is concerned. So again, do you give your horse a choice in what they participate with? It's a really good question because most of us don't. Most of us are unconscious, not thinking about, this is what I want to do, but we're unconscious about we have this sentient being that would really like to say, not today. I have a headache. I'm not feeling good. My legs really hurt. My back hurts. Or I really hate that. I really hate to jump. Did you know that? But I do it because horses are compliant usually. They usually want to please us, usually, until they get to a point where their voice isn't heard anymore. And they then buck or rear or just stop and say, I'll never do that again. I know, I've retrained, I've rehabilitated, as I call it, horses that have gone through trainings that they felt were not in line with their purpose, the horse's purpose. Do horses have purposes? Sure. There's quarter horses bred for cow work, okay? They're bred for that. Thoroughbreds are bred for racing, and each breed of horse has its strengths and it's false, but a lot of thoroughbreds don't want to race. Who knew? Well, only a small percentage of horses go to win the Kentucky Derby once a year. The Triple Crown. Hardly any horses ever win the Triple Crown. How many go on to have a long racing career after that? Not many. They start as babies. So do they have a voice in this? Some horses love to run. I know that. Some horses love to go after cows. I know that. I've seen them. Some horses love to jump, some don't, you know. Some like to be your pasture pet. I have one of those. This is my little pasture ornament, but he's starting to, because I've given his voice. I listen to him, and some people go, no, you're the dominant, you're the leader, you should be. And I go, well, I promised him, this wild little Nakota, that I wouldn't do that. So what does that mean? I was 60 years old, I'm 66. So for 6 years, I've been giving him his voice as much as I can. Anyway, so what does that have to do with teaching the lie down? Everything. So I will say that Journey is really easy because he likes to rock and roll on the ground. Rio will look at it and go, no, I'd rather do other things, other tricks, like I'd like to spin. I'd like to have you go by my tail and back up. Yeah, he loves that. But rolling or having me ask him to lie down with an ask, he goes, yeah, I won't do that. But if I'm hot and sweaty, I'll go over there and roll, not next to you. So I honor that. I'm not making a big deal out of it. Don't make a big deal out of it. And don't use gizmos and gadgets and thingamabobbies. Just go, and how I did it with Journey. And so on my Instagram post, and I will be posting the picture, all of my apprentices have been able to walk with Journey and ask him to to lie down, and then they sit with him. Some have laid with him, and they're young teenagers. So can it happen? Of course. But we found something he loves to do. He just does. So we took something innately in him and we've made it something beautiful. And so if I can today, it's going to be 92 here in Ocala. Of course, this isn't April Fool's. So, and we have music. Yay! And so if I have time and I'm not a sweaty mess, I'll ask Journey to lie down. And he'll do it because he loves to. Now I don't know if he'll stay. I have no idea. If he starts the, rock and rolling, he likes to get in there, and it's buggy out now. Yep, the bugs are out. I don't know about in Minnesota or in other really snowy places like North and South Dakota if the bugs are out, but it is down here, so he likes to, rock and roll. There we go. So, but when Journey does it, guess who does it over there? Yeah, Rio does. So here's Rio, and then I give the cue, lie down. And then if I'm prompt enough, I'll click and I'll reward him. But the click is really important as he's going down to tell him, oh, right answer. And in their brain, they go, ooh, I did something right. And so that's why clicker training, positive reinforcement training, reward training, gentle horsemanship, these kind of things that use that bridge signal, and the click is a bridge signal, works so well. Plus they get a paycheck. They get a reward for, that was a great answer. Now, teaching the lie down to horses that don't, I will give you a couple clues to do. One, if your horse has just gotten a bath or is sweaty, and they're in a dirt area like an arena, go and walk around with them. And when they start sniffing the ground, quick reward. Go, ooh, that was really good. Then keep walking around with them. And then if they start to paw, this is kind of like dogs. Dogs will go and paw also. And so when they paw, you're clicking and rewarding them, because all of a sudden you start getting the idea that they're gonna buckle down and lie down. And you're gonna click each time. Now, why is it? Because you're just telling them, yes, and the click goes right to their brain. If you use good as your bridge signal, make sure it's good, not good, because it needs to be something that they hear. And when they do that, they go, I'm on the right track. So trick training, why would I, even as equine coach, to all of you who are listening, why would I be talking about this? Is because I believe when we start doing things with our horses and we get creative, we get curious, and if our horses love it and they go, I choose, here I am, I'm on the board back here, my name, 3 o'clock, you will see that you'll start developing a deeper connection. You'll start developing a deeper harmony and a joy. And when you go be with your horses, you come out and you go, wow, this is so much fun. If you're not having fun, why are we doing it? If your horses aren't having fun and they turn and they go, speak to the hoof, walk away, ask yourself the question, why? And from that, let's just remember that the whys we are with our horses, because they bring a sacred place to us, a sacred love, a place of joy, a place where we can go outside of what's going on in this world, outside of our work, outside of stress. We create our own stress with our horses, by the way, but the idea is we get to go be with nature. So today, my friends, in teaching your horses, here am I too, to lie down, just remember, it's a skill of teaching positive reinforcement. The bridge signal is your click or your good. So you're gonna break it down in small approximations. That's a word that I always forget. I call it bites. Little tiny bites of try, little approximations of what you're looking at. And if your horse says, no, I can't do that, you go, oh, I see that. We can try that again another day. Let's see. And then find a way to see if you can encourage him or her to roll in the sand. And then you're click rewarding that. And then you're going to use the word lie down. They know words. My horses know words. I don't know about you. So there you go. If you have any questions, please comment, please share, please like, because you know what? I want to share this to all equestrians who feel lost, who feel alone, who don't know where to go, don't know what to do. I don't want to ride my horse anymore. What do? I have clients like that, by the way, raise your hand, who may never ride their horse again. It's okay. So let's go have fun. Blessings to you on your family, on your herd, and on your day.